Dr. Byron Bucky Phillips, your tennis pro. The topic of today's video is the top 10 lies tennis pros tell, part 2. You gave us such a good reception and excellent feedback on the first video, we came up with a second part of the top 10 lies tennis pros tell. The first lie tennis pros tell is play only with better players. This is a lie. We need to develop confidence and learn how to win. Confidence is destroyed when you lose all of the time. Schedule people you can beat, people you cannot beat, and people you are even with. The second lie tennis pros tell is never hit a two-handed forehand. This is a lie. I teach players more and more who have lethal two-hand forehands. Some players lack the strength, and that excellent extra hand really comes in handy when one is going inside in or down the line. Third lie, volley only with a continental grip. Now I teach all of my players to hold a continental grip, but to switch for the forehand and the backhand when there is time. And there is time about 95% of the time. The fourth lie tennis pros tell, never serve and volley on clay. Lie. A serve and volley on clay is extremely lethal. The opponent is not prepared, and he or she will have great difficulty blocking the ball back on that slower clay court. Fifth lie, never hit a drop shot after 30-all in the score. It's a lie. Arthur Ashe once said this in 1971, but the game has certainly evolved since then. A drop shot is a lethal shot that should be hit anytime the opponent is too settled in from behind the baseline. The sixth lie, always lob over an opponent's backhand. Lie. Good players practice that particular overhead and the footwork dealing with a lob over the backhand. On a big point, lob over the forehand because the player is less prepared. The seventh lie tennis pros tell, play the left-handed player on the ad court and doubles. Not true. That's a myth and misconception. I prefer the left-hander in the deuce court so that his forehand is in the middle of the doubles court. Lie number 8, play the better player in the ad court and doubles. This is another myth and misconception we've destroyed over the last 10 years. Forehand should be in the middle of the court whenever possible. The first point and the deuce point are just as crucial, if not more vital, than the ad court points. Lie number 9, always start a set with the stronger server. Not true. Factors such as the sun, the wind, and who warms up faster should factor into that decision. Also, the net player from the server is just as important as the server himself or herself. And finally, lie number 10, always hit the drop shot down the line in singles. That's a lie. When you're standing deeper than the service line, the drop shot is much more effective when it's hit cross court. We know that tennis pros rarely lie in their personal lives, but on the tennis court, they're often guided by myths and misconceptions. Get rid of these myths and misconceptions, and the truth will be the result you have on the tennis court. Thank you.